The Cyclist, by Erik Røde, 1755. Read by Lord Thomas L. Churchill. Continued. Chapter 14. The Baby. Scene 65, in labor. The night descended upon Carlo's cottage with a shroud of darkness, punctuated only by the soft glow of a single kerosene lamp. Rain tapped against the window panes like a symphony of whispered secrets, setting the stage for a night that would forever etch itself into the memories of those present. Ali, Robert's wife, lay on a makeshift bed in the dimly lit room. Her face was a canvas of pain, every contraction etching lines of both agony and anticipation. She clutched her swollen belly, riding the waves of agony with a strength only a mother could muster. Robert, relatively young in age, yet a very competent physician and possessing natural healing abilities, moved with a sense of urgency and tenderness, his eyes reflecting a mixture of professional focus and the deep love he held for his wife. His experienced hands moved with precision as he monitored Ali's progress. "Carlo, we need hot water and clean towels. Now!" Robert's voice was urgent, slicing through the tense air of the room. Carlo, ever the steady presence in times of crisis, leaped into action. He rushed to the kitchen, the creaking wooden floor beneath his feet an indication to the urgency of the situation. The pot clanged against the stove as he filled it with water. He grabbed towels, fresh and warm, folding them with care. "I've got them, Robert." Carlo's determination was palpable, his movements quick and efficient. The two men, seemingly worlds apart in their backgrounds and professions, were now united by a singular purpose: to ensure the safe arrival of a new life into the world. In the cottage's dim corners, they became allies, their differences rendered insignificant by the urgency of the moment. "You're doing great, Ali. Just a little longer." Robert's voice was gentle and reassuring, a lifeline for his wife in the throes of labor. Ali clung to his words as each contraction threatened to pull her into an abyss of pain. "I can't, Robert. It's too much," she exclaimed, struggling. But Robert, her rock, her pillar of strength, stood by her side. He held her hand, his eyes filled with unwavering support and love. "Breathe, my love. You're strong." Together, they formed a circle of support, a bond that transcended language and nationality. In this cottage, in the dead of night, they were a family bound by the miracle unfolding before them. "I can do this." Ali summoned every ounce of strength for the final push. Scene 66. A cry. With renewed determination, Ali pushed, and Robert and Carlo cheered her on. "I see the head. The baby's coming," Robert exclaimed, tears welling up in his eyes. The room seemed to hold its breath, time standing still in reverence to the miracle of life. "One more push, Ali," Robert encouraged. The final push was an orchestra of pain and triumph. In the dimly lit room, amidst the rain's serenade and the creaking of the old cottage, a cry pierced the air, the cry of a newborn, announcing her arrival with a voice filled with determination. In the dimly lit room, the air was thick with anticipation and the scent of candles. The storm outside continued its relentless assault, but within those four walls, a different kind of tempest was underway, a storm of emotions, hope, and love. Ali, her face contorted with the intensity of labor, had just brought a new life into the world. Her exhaustion was palpable, but her eyes sparkled with a kind of radiance that could only come from the profound experience of childbirth. Robert, her husband, stood beside her, his hands trembling as he cradled their newborn daughter. "It's a miracle," Robert exclaimed, his voice trembling with a mixture of disbelief and overwhelming joy. Tears streamed down his face, glistening in the soft candlelight. In that sacred moment, he was not just a doctor. He was a father, witnessing the miracle of his child's birth. As Robert held the tiny, fragile life in his arms, the lines that had separated them all, doctor, husband, and friend, blurred into insignificance. They were united by the profound beauty of new life, by the shared awe of this miracle. Ali, her strength tested through the hours of labor, whispered in a voice filled with exhaustion and wonder, "Our baby. Our miracle." Her gaze was fixed on the tiny, squirming bundle in Robert's arms. She was radiant, her face illuminated by the love and joy that emanated from her very being. "You did it, Ali. Congratulations," Robert said, his words a blend of professional accomplishment and the deep pride of a father. In that moment, he was not just a doctor celebrating a successful delivery, he was a husband reveling in the strength and resilience of his wife. In the midst of this emotional whirlwind, a decision was made, an impromptu one, guided by the overwhelming love that filled the room. Robert and Ali decided to name their newborn daughter, Little Ponty. The name held a special significance, a tribute to the kind-hearted couple who had opened their home and hearts to them in their hour of need. Carlo and Ponty, who had been witnesses to this incredible journey, were overwhelmed with joy. It felt as if God Himself had orchestrated each event, filling their cottage with moments of love, compassion, and, now, the gift of a new life. In the gentle glow of candlelight, amid the storm outside and the tempest of emotions within, they celebrated not only little Ponty's birth but also the enduring power of love and the beautiful tapestry of connections that had woven their lives together. It was a moment that would forever be etched in their hearts, an attestation to the miracles that could emerge even in the midst of life's storms. As the rain continued its serenade outside, the room was filled with the symphony of tears, laughter, and the profound sense of a new beginning. In that cottage, amidst the stormy night, the boundaries of fate had been rewritten, and a family had been born. Scene 67. A New Dawn. As the velvety darkness gives way to the gentle hues of dawn, a crescendo of cries fills the room, a newborn's first cry, a song of life's renewal. Ali's pain transforms into joy, and her eyes, wet with tears, meet the tiny life nestled in her arms. Carlo watches, his heart swelling with a mix of emotions, joy, relief, and the realization that life is an intricate dance of beginnings and endings. Carlo and Robert exchange a glance, a silent acknowledgement of the miracle that has unfolded in their midst. In this intimate space, where life and death once stood on the precipice, they find themselves woven into the fabric of something greater, an irrevocable connection forged by the shared experience of welcoming a new life into the world. Ali cradles her newborn daughter, Little Ponty, her fingers tracing the delicate features of the tiny face. She is radiant, the exhaustion of labor replaced by a profound sense of fulfillment. Robert, her husband and now the father of their child, leans in to plant a gentle kiss on her forehead. His eyes shimmer with unshed tears, an exemplification to the depth of his emotions in this moment of unparalleled joy. Carlo approaches them, his eyes twinkling with a mixture of happiness and relief. His hands, weathered by years of labor and life's trials, gently touch the baby's tiny fingers. The sensation is electrifying, a reminder that life, in all its fragility, is a gift to be cherished. The room, once filled with the tension of impending childbirth, is now a sanctuary of serenity. The rain outside has abated, leaving behind a glistening world bathed in the soft light of dawn. Nature itself seems to celebrate the arrival of this new life, as if acknowledging the beauty of this profound moment. Ali and Robert exchange a look, a silent conversation filled with promises and dreams for the daughter's future. In this room, where strangers became allies and life emerged victorious over pain, their love for each other and their child deepens with every passing second. Carlo steps back, allowing the family a moment of privacy and intimacy. He gazes out of the window, where the world is reborn in the morning light. In this quaint cottage, amidst the embrace of nature, a new chapter has begun, a chapter of hope, healing, and the enduring power of human connection. As the baby's cries fill the room once more, Carlo smiles, his heart filled with gratitude for the unexpected twists of fate that brought them all together. In the delicate balance of life and its mysteries, he has found not only redemption but also a newfound appreciation for the beauty of each new dawn. Scene 68. A heartfelt embrace. With the sun's first golden rays filtering through the window, Carlo and Robert find themselves standing on the threshold of a new day, a day marked by transformation, acceptance, and forgiveness. Their hearts are light, unburdened by the weight of past resentments. The aroma of freshly brewed coffee mingles with the lingering essence of Ali's pain turned into joy. Carlo, his face creased with the wisdom of age, and Robert, his eyes still shimmering with the profound emotions of the night, share a quiet moment of mutual understanding. It's a glance that conveys more than words ever could, a shared acknowledgement of the profound changes that have taken place within and around them. In this serene morning, the cottage itself seems to sigh in relief, as if exhaling the tension of the past and inhaling the promise of a brighter future. The room is bathed in a gentle, warm light, and the soft rustling of leaves outside the window adds to the tranquil symphony of the morning. Carlo and Robert, both bearers of their own life stories and the scars that come with them, share a heartfelt embrace. It's a physical manifestation of the emotional journey they've undertaken, a journey from suspicion to trust, from isolation to connection. Their arms wrap around each other in a gesture of reconciliation, an unspoken agreement to let go of the past and embrace the possibilities of the present and future. Outside, the Italian countryside unfolds in all its splendor, a tribute to the timeless beauty of nature. The fields, kissed by dew, stretch as far as the eye can see, and the distant mountains stand as silent sentinels to the unfolding drama of human existence. With grappa glasses raised high, they toast to life's unpredictable twists and turns, to the journeys that lead to unexpected intersections, where strangers become allies, and bridges are built from the bricks of understanding. As they take that first sip of grappa, the fiery Italian spirit warms their throats, but it's the warmth in their hearts that truly matters. In this moment, in this cottage that has witnessed both the darkest and brightest of nights, they are more than friends. They are kindred spirits bound by a mutual encounter that has reshaped the course of their lives. As the sun climbs higher, casting its warm glow over the Italian countryside, the cottage stands as a witness to the night's events, a witness to the resilience of the human spirit, the healing power of compassion, and the beauty that can emerge from the unlikeliest of circumstances. And within its walls, a story unfolds, one of redemption, unity, and the magic that transpires when hearts open to the transformative journey of forgiveness. Scene 69. Winds of Change. Carlo stands on the threshold of a new chapter in his life, his heart illuminated by the dawn of understanding. The winds of change have swept through his soul, dissolving the remnants of his once entrenched resentment. The night of Ponti's pain and Robert's unexpected arrival marked a turning point, one that shattered the walls Carlo had built around his heart. The transformation within Carlo is palpable. His outlook expands beyond the confines of the past, and he begins to perceive the world through a broader lens. No longer bound by the bitterness that had held him captive for decades, he embraces the notion of shared humanity. Carlo recognizes that experiences are varied and multifaceted, and the actions of a few should not define an entire group. The scars of old wounds may remain, but they no longer dictate his perceptions. His interactions with Robert, the American doctor who appeared on that fateful night, have left an indelible mark on Carlo. The compassion and expertise Robert demonstrated during Ponti's ordeal taught Carlo a lesson he never thought he'd learn. Forgiveness can pave the way for redemption. Robert's presence acted as a bridge between past grievances and present possibilities, proving that people can transcend their histories and form genuine connections. As Carlo gazes out of his cottage's window, the world seems different. The rolling hills, once seen through a lens of resentment, now appear in a softer light. The laughter of children playing by the village square, the aroma of fresh bread from the bakery, and the sight of neighbors sharing stories, all of it paints a picture of a community living in harmony. Carlo's own heart is no longer a battleground of old grievances. It's a canvas upon which he's begun to paint a new narrative. One where compassion and understanding are the guiding stars, where the shadows of the past are gradually replaced by the warmth of connection. He thinks of Ponti, recovering in the next room. Her near brush with mortality had been a wake-up call for them both. Life is fragile, he realizes, and it's too precious to be marred by grudges and resentments. As he contemplates the future, Carlo envisions a village where his bicycle once carried hope and healing, now carrying messages of unity and friendship. Carlo steps out into the morning, the cool breeze carrying the promise of a new day. The cottage stands as a symbol of transformation, where two worlds collided, and in the process, opened the door to a future unburdened by the weight of the past. As he walks towards the village square, Carlo knows that winds of change are indeed blowing through his life, and he welcomes them with an open heart. The Cyclist, by Erik Røde, 1755. Read by Lord Thomas L. Churchill.